I woke up this morning, I probably saw what you saw. I saw the red bubbles looking like this. Then I flicked onto the Bitcoin chart and I saw this. And what I realized is that we're now at the very bottom of the range and we're testing this support level of the range for the 9th time. This is not the first time or the second time, it's the 9th time. And when you test a range 9 times, it does get a little scary. And I see a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are demotivated. A lot of people are actually talking about whether this is perhaps the end of the bull market. Maybe, as Coin Mamba says, he says, at what point do we start questioning if we're still in a bull market? And that is what we're going to talk about today. I mean, are we fooling ourselves that we're still in a bull market, or are we actually in the bull market? I'm actually also going to show you why Bitcoin is touching this level again, what actually caused this dump. And then I want to get to the topic of the day, and the big topic of the day is you have to stop buying altcoins. Me, we have to stop buying altcoins if we want to survive this, unless we buy the 2 altcoins that I'm going to be showing you today. So that's what the show's about today. I see everybody is in a bit of a better mood. Let's get this show going. There's a lot to talk about. We are edging very close to that 1 million subscribers. Just look how quickly the subscriber count is growing every single day. We're now 937,541 subscribers. We don't fall part of the social trend of people not subscribing to our channel. We're getting really close to that 1 million subscribers. So listen, if you're new to the channel, destroy the subscribe button, destroy the like button. It's not a great day in crypto. You know it's not a great day in crypto. You can see what's going on out there. We've got Bitcoin testing that support level now for the 9th time. People are depressed. I must be honest. Like, let's have a heart to heart. Honestly, like, you know, brave face, not brave face, influencer, not influencer. I don't really give a shit. Let's have a heart to heart. This morning I woke up, had a rough couple of days, as you know. Got back from Los Angeles, jet lagged as fuck, waking up at 4:30 in the morning and then not being able to go to sleep because my body thinks, hey, it's LA time. We need to be conquering the world together. I'm like, no, I need to sleep. Couldn't fall asleep. Obviously, the Baked launch. I want to talk about the Baked launch because something amazing is happening on Baked. Happened, and that wasn't great. And then all I wanted to do was like get a good night's sleep. I get a good night's sleep. I wake up in the morning, look at the bubbles. This is what I see. It's pretty much what you saw. I'm like, oh, not again. Like, this market is actually being very cruel because, you know, we get like a breakout. We had the breakout yesterday, and we really said, like, you know, maybe this is the breakout. I said to you, look, we've got to see if this breakout holds, and then bang, we get rejected again. This market's being very cruel to us. It's really shaking out the weak hands, shaking out the paper hands. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a few of us left at the end of this who are going to reap all the benefits and all the rewards. But it's not going to be easy. It really isn't going to be easy. It's getting tough. It's even getting tough for the diehards, the hardcore diamond hands, which I consider myself to be. Even I am struggling to motivate myself in this market where we are moving sideways for, I think, what is now 126 days. Is it 126 days? But I'm going to show you why 126 days exactly. I'm going to show you why I'm keeping my conviction, despite the fact that we are touching this line for the 9th time. Also, we're going to speak about altcoins. No more buying altcoins, guys. Unless you're going to buy the altcoins, and there's 2 altcoins at the end of the show that I think are worth buying. But otherwise, no more buying altcoins until this market actually turns. So we're going to get there. I think the reality is a lot of people are getting shaken out, and a lot of people are starting to question whether indeed we are still in a bull market. And I don't know about you, but I truly feel the same way that I felt when I was in the bear market. I remember how hard it was making content in the bear market. And I remember how disinterested I personally was, and you guys were in the bear market. And I kind of get those vibes again. And a lot of people are saying, is this actually a bear market? I'm actually kind of arguing that maybe this is worse than a bear market. Because at least in a bear market, we knew we were in a bear market, the prices were going down. This market is actually tormenting us. And how it's tormenting us, what it's doing is it's like breaking out, breaking down, breaking out, breaking down, staying in the range, going to the top of the range, making us all get excited and breaking out. This is the market that is designed to shake us out. But a lot of people are really starting to capitulate now and starting to like break down now and starting to talk about, well, we'll see you at the 41,000 level on Bitcoin. Now, the question is, what triggered today's move? What triggered today's move down was it happened during the Japan opening hours. Now, this leads people to believe that Mt. Gox distributions may have started and people may be selling Mt. Gox distributions. I am watching the Banter newsroom. I'm going to remind you guys, for those of you who don't know where the newsroom is, it's here on the Banter Bubbles app. Here. I am watching the Banter newsroom. There have been some posts about the web address. Here it is. I was like, guys, don't we know what address this is selling? That is probably why the market is actually being sold. The good news is that we've known about the Gox thing. So this is not a surprise thing. There's no surprise here. This is just market reacting to news that we've actually already reacted to. The reality is, I want to give you guys perspective. If you feel now like you felt in the bear market, the market is exactly like it was in the bear market. And I want to show you what the actual metrics look like. The one metric that you look at is the social metrics, right? This is the tweet volume measuring tweets that mention the words Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's look at where we are on tweets mentioning Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum is at the same levels. Let's just see, 85.37. The last time we had 85.37 on Ethereum was in before the bull run of 2021. Like, that's how long ago. That's how long ago sentiment was this bad. Even in the peak of the bear market, there was more interest in Bitcoin and in Ethereum than there currently is now. So this is very much similar to a bear market. Look at all these other indicators. In terms of highest crypto ranking app in the App Store, there's not even one in the top 100. Not even one crypto ranking app in the App Store. Okay, in the finance category there is. Look at the Google Trends Index for buy crypto, 17, basically like the lowest that it's ever been. Look at the Google Trends for buy crypto. Like, it's nowhere. Look at the highest ranking app in the app. We're nowhere. We're nowhere. They're even measuring Alex Becker's engagement. Look at Alex Becker's engagement. It's gone back to zero. Soon Alex Becker will start making videos about his supplements again, because that's what he does when nothing happens on the market. So it's not looking good for sentiment, no matter where you look. Like, I've looked at all of these things. Bitcoin's page views on Wikipedia, new weekly Twitter follows of exchanges. No matter which metric I look at, interest right now is at a low, and maybe even an all-time low. Just look at the new weekly YouTube views of influencer videos. Just look at this. Look at where we are. Just look at how bad this trend is. It hasn't been this low for a long time. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're feeling that you're disinterested, you're not alone. You're like everybody else. I'm going to remind you that the people that remain interested, the people that carry on doing their homework, the people that buy and continue to buy and have conviction in times like this are the people that get rewarded. And I'm not scared. I've got to be honest with you. Even though people are calling this the end of the bull market, people saying Bitcoin has gone sideways for 3 months. Don't recall a sideways shakeout being as effective as the one that we've had now. People truly believe that it's over. I'm not worried. And I'll show you why I'm not worried. The first thing is, look, you want to tell me that this is not a bull market? Like, when I zoom out like to June 2023 or even to December 2024, whatever it is, are you trying to tell me that this is not a bull market? We're just ranging sideways. And this sideways range is actually normal. It happened the last bull market. We had 221 days of sideways. I guess that if you want to compare it to the last bull market, the last summer, I guess you could say we're pretty much back here. We had this choppy, crappy range. Also, look, if you look at it like this, relative to fear and greed, and when I say fear and greed, I mean the real fear and greed, not the fear and greed of before. It clearly is a bull market. Clearly, it is a bull market. And generally, look at what happened the last time that the fear index went to 30. Now, this is the real fear index. It's not that stupid one, that crypto fear and greed index that doesn't work. It's not that one. Also now, the CME gap is closed. If you believe in CME gaps, the CME gap is now closed. Both CME gaps are closed. We needed Bitcoin to tag 60,100. Look, I am watching this range. And honestly, if we break down like under this $57,000, $58,000 range, then we meet again. We meet again right here, same time, same place. Actually, no, we'll come at an emergency show, same place, and we'll have another discussion. Until then, my conviction remains very, 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 very strong. I'm not getting shaken out. I did like this tweet over here, which says, scared investors want to exit at every small bounce to avoid more pain. That's why the bottom will take time to form. Like we had the Germany and US selling, we had Mt. Gox distribution news, we have altcoin capitulations, we have fear and greed at 30, and all of this, and Bitcoin is still above 60,000. Like you can't argue that we're in a bull market. Also, like let's look at some other things. We're going to look at on-chain, then we're going to shift out beyond the on-chain. Okay, so sell and may go away is officially over. Bitcoin retail investors are coming back. New addresses hitting a 4-month high. So that's what's happening on-chain. So don't be fooled by Twitter sentiment. Look at the on-chain data. Also, there's a bullish catalyst that no one's talking about. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many of you are on the FTX distribution list, but I'm on the FTX distribution list because I had like I think I had like $5 on the fucking on FTX because I was one of the first people to call the FTX collapse. And I got a mail the other day. Do you know how much they are offering you for $1 invested or left on FTX? Josh, how much do you think now they're offering you for $1? $1.02. What? Yeah, they're offering you more money than you had in the exchange. That's how confident they are that they're going to get more money back. If you put $1 into FTX, they're giving you 1.0. Now the buyers are offering you $1.02. So they're offering you more. Now that can begin distributions. Now, if they begin distributions, we're going to get, I don't know what the number is, 5, 10, 15. I don't know how much they're going to distribute, but they're going to distribute a lot of money. Okay. And if you think about the people that were on FTX, these are degens. Okay. So you're going to have a combination of two types of people that get money. The first type of person that gets money are the claim people who've bought claims from people. So like in other words, a lot of people have actually sold their claims. Now, and to be honest, at $1.02, I'm kind of tempted to sell my $5. As long as they bring me like $5.10, I'll take it because I'm not going to wait 10 years. But you're going to get some people that bought the claims. The second group of people that are going to get money are altcoin degens. Their money's been locked up in FTX. They're now going to come back and they're going to get back into the market. Third thing is, don't know if you see this, but you just can't deny the long-term growth of Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin's got a higher market cap than all three of the world's largest banks combined, or the states' largest banks combined. No, it's the world's largest banks combined. Also, if you compare Bitcoin to the gold ETF, okay, just imagine being a gold investor. I mean, just look at the ETF inflows by year. So I think we have to remain level-headed. We have to separate broken fundamentals from boredom. That is the big challenge now, because to be honest, I'm in this mindset of demotivated bored. It's like bored and red markets, demotivated. And the problem is, it's almost like I feel like they keep telling me it's going to run, but the market doesn't run. And then I get demotivated. Like, I just don't believe anyone that this market's going to run. But remember the show we did yesterday where we spoke about hated rallies, where no one believes it's going to rally anymore, where everyone's lost hope, when everyone exits, and then they exit the market because they hate this place, because it's tough being here, because it's torturous being here. And then the market catches you by surprise and says, "Pa!" Josh, is there something wrong with the like button? Just do me a favor. Just press the like button on your side. I just want to see if it's working.
Seems to be working for me, sir.
Ardas, just press the like button on your side. It's working, right?
It's working.
If it's working, smash the fucking like button. Why? What are you guys waiting for? Jesus, I've been fucking monologuing here for 14 minutes, looking at the likes. It's like there's nobody here, but there's 4,400 of you here. I'm not carrying on the show until we get 1,000 likes. Now it's in your hands. There we go. That worked. Okay, we should try that again sometime. It's kind of fun. Okay, so as I said, I'm looking at the on-chain data. The on-chain data is the little crypto echo chamber data showing me that everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. Fundamentally, nothing's wrong. Then I zoom out a little bit more, and then I'm going to zoom out a lot more. So I zoom out a little bit more. What do I see when I zoom out a little bit more? I see Powell is actually talking about rate cuts. I see he's actually saying that inflation has started to subside. Now, I don't know if you remember this tweet. I love this tweet. I'm going to remember this tweet for a long time, where the guy says, Vance Spencer is the guy's name. Remember, we spoke about this tweet. He says, if you lived another 100 years, you might not see a larger rate cut cycle, the likes of which we are about to see. We are working with 5.25 or 525 basis points of pure Americana, you know? He's right. And now Powell is starting to say, yesterday he spoke and he said that inflation is kind of under control. And now the narrative from the Fed is they're talking about rate cuts. Okay, maybe they won't reduce rates in July, but then there's no meeting in August. Then let's go to the CME, that CME page. See what it says. Let's just see what it says. Okay, so what does it say? Hello. Okay, so what does it say? It says, no rate cut in July, but now they're starting to talk about a rate cut, 63% chance of a rate cut in September and then 53% in November. What I'm saying is that there is going to be a rate cut. I just don't know when it's going to come, but there is going to be a rate cut. And when the rate cut happens, we're working with 5.25 of Americana. So you've got to zoom out of the boredom, separate yourself from the boredom, and be in the zoomed out camp. Okay. Next thing that I want to say. So that's the slightly zoomed out. Now the big zoomed out yesterday. Don't know if you noticed yesterday, but something very, very, very interesting happened on the markets. The Nasdaq went to all-time highs. You see that? Nasdaq went to all-time fucking highs, and the jobs opening increased, which was bad, right? So what happened was, why did the Nasdaq move whilst the jobs numbers weren't good? And I'll tell you why the Nasdaq moved, right? Because the market is starting to unequivocally price in a Trump win, Trump coming into the White House. Now, what happens when Trump comes into the White House for the markets? For the markets, Trump is the best because he removes all the stupid laws that the Democrats have put in. Number one. Number two, he wants to cut interest rates to zero. And I know the Fed said they're independent, but you know how it works. There's no such thing as independence in the Fed. Then the third thing that happens when Trump comes in is good for us. It's crypto. Now, if Trump comes in, markets explode. They already gave you a hint yesterday. They're saying, look, if Trump comes in, we're going to the moon. This is just, I'll show you what happened yesterday that caused this little green thing. But what the markets are telling you, they're giving you a very clear thing. They're saying, listen, if Trump comes in, we're going to melt upwards because Trump is good for markets. And it happened the last time Trump came in. I'll never forget it because I was short. I thought there's no way that Trump's going to win the presidency. I was short the Dow Jones. It was one of the most painful shorts I've ever had, which I just held and held and held until eventually one day I just got destroyed. All the margin was gone. And I'll never ever do that ever. I'll never short the Nasdaq ever again because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to Nasdaq. Okay. So what happened yesterday? That even though the jobs numbers were bad, what happened here? I'll show you. 3 things actually happened for Trump yesterday. First thing is Michelle Obama says that she's not going to run for president. Second thing is Kamala Harris. Okay, now for those of you who don't know who Kamala Harris is, I get it. No one's seen her for the whole presidency. Since the day she said, we did it, Joe. We did it. Oh, Joe, we did it. We did it. Remember that stupid phone call that she made? That was like the most posed phone call in the world. Anyway, long story short, a lot of people don't know who Kamala Harris is. She, by the way, has been the vice president under Biden. No one's seen her since the beginning of the term. No one saw her. No one's seen her. No one has seen her. She says now that she wants to run for president. So she says, Democratic insiders on Wall Street say the latest swing state polls for Biden show rapid deterioration for support, and the president has caused a further reckoning inside the party. The thinking now is that Kamala Harris could run at the top of the ticket, allowing her to keep the money already raised. They tell Fox News. Her supporters have launched a shadowy campaign for that to happen. Okay. Scenario. Trump runs against Kamala Harris. Remember, for those of you who don't know who Kamala Harris is, she is the vice president that no one's seen, okay? Most useless person, most useless vice president in the world, okay? You want to talk about useless? Like, this chick is useless. Anyway, I hope she doesn't become president because that's the end of our YouTube channel. Here's what it looks like for the Democrats versus the Republicans. The Democrats are in a fucking tailspin at the moment, okay? That debate was the death nail for Biden. The world realized how senile Joe Biden actually is, right? And now we got the trifecta. What is the trifecta? The first thing is Michelle Obama ain't running. The second thing is Kamala Harris is running and she wants to be the president. Kamala Harris for US president. Okay, cool. Then, get this. So, the judge postponed Trump's sentencing to the 18th of September from it was supposed to be on the 11th of July. But now he writes here in the thing, he says, the sentencing date is therefore vacated. The court's decision will be rendered off calendar on September 6th and matter adjourned for the imposition sentence if such is still necessary or other proceedings. Basically, what they're saying is, look, there was that Supreme Court decision around Trump and the immunity, and now this court is kind of saying, look, we are delaying the sentencing. So Trump's not going to jail, not now at least. I see like 15 subscribers dropped off, Democrat subscribers, obviously. So some say stop hating on Kamala Harris. I don't even know who she is. Who is she? Can someone show me a picture of her? Because I don't know what she looks like. So trifecta. Kamala wants number one place. Michelle Obama isn't running. And the Trump sentencing is now postponed. Couldn't be better. And that's why the market started running yesterday. They're kind of going, listen, there's a very, very, very good chance that Trump comes in. Check this. Biden's versus Kamala Harris, they both got the same approval ratings at the moment. I mean, what a joke. What a joke. Here's Kamala Harris. Obviously, Joe Biden called her. For those of you who don't know, just by the way, this is Kamala Harris. She is the vice president of the USA. She sounds dumb when she talks. Just listen.
And speaking about stakes, you just came out of a fundraiser. We know that many in your party have expressed concerns about President Biden's health. Just this morning, Congressman Doggett said that he's calling on President Biden to withdraw from the race, given that there's too much at stake to risk a Trump victory. What's your response to this?
Look, Joe Biden is our nominee. We beat Trump once, and we're going to beat him again.
Yes. If you believe that, you believe anything. Anyway, by the way, for those of you who don't know, that's Kamala Harris. So the other person that might be in the race is Gavin Newsom. The odds of Biden actually dropping out of the presidential race are 55%. Now, remember, the Democrats have got until the 4th of August to make a decision. And on both sides of the aisle, people are now really starting to panic about Joe Biden. Just listen to what Kevin McCarthy said.
Mentally almost every single day, and I haven't been shy about speaking it. And the White House staff has really done a poor job here. They tried to mix my words. When I credited the White House staff, they would eliminate the words that I said staff, like I was praising the president's mental capacity. When I negotiated with him, I learned early on he wasn't the same person. I learned that he has to speak from cards when we were doing the debt ceiling. So I would use it as a negotiating tactic where I would disrupt the meeting and he couldn't go on.
That's my boy. Anyway, so Biden, look, they could put up Newsom, but this is what Newsom's California looks like. And I was just in California. Listen, guys, I don't know if you've been to LA. I was in LA now. Swear to you on my life, I saw people walking around naked, homeless people walking around on drugs, naked in LA. No jokes. My eyes nearly fell out of my head. And you think, okay, naked people, like, wow, it could be quite sexy. It's not what you think. You're talking about like naked, naked, like disgusting. It was revolting. You don't want to see shit like that. You know who actually did call this though? 𝗕𝗥𝗘𝗢𝗙. He called this a long time ago. The first thing he said to Democrats, just tell us who's going to fucking run. But then 𝗕𝗥𝗘𝗢𝗙 actually said, I don't know if you remember, but he said, the reason why the Democrats are having the debate so early in June, we've never had debates in June for presidential elections in November. The reason why they're willing to do it is because they want an excuse to get Biden out of the White House. That's why they're doing it so early. Listen, he said this a long time ago.
Call from the liberal press and from some on the left that this shouldn't be the nominee. So tease this out. How does this happen? He has a disastrous debate performance. There's just public pressure. He steps aside. Is he forced aside? How does that look?
I think it's between then and the convention, Kayleigh. The reality is anything can happen before the convention. They've said it in August. I believe the other side actually knows what they're doing. If they get another nominee too early, that's enough time for vetting, enough time for the honeymoon phase to fade. But if they're swapping in another nominee in August, say right around the time of the convention, that's the best case scenario for them because you get the honeymoon phase with the new candidate without the scrutiny that comes with it. So I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but play this out. This is the earliest presidential debate in American history, and the first ever, to my knowledge, that has taken place before the nominating convention of either party. Ask yourself why they're doing it, and more importantly, ask yourself why the Democrats made it a condition of Biden debating that they placed that date that early. You got to skate to where the puck is going, and that's why I think it's so important, Kayleigh, that we not fixate on Joe Biden. We have to stand for our own vision. I spoke in Detroit, Michigan, earlier today at the TPUSA event, and I think it's great.
So you get what's going on here. The Democrats actually set Biden up, but now they're panicking because Biden won't leave. I have no doubt Biden's not going to be the next president of the US. The markets are saying that if Trump comes in, they're going to explode. Ultimately, markets can win elections and probably will win elections. Now, work this out. Say that Trump actually does come into office. Stock markets melt up. Trump is now very, very, very pro-crypto. We spoke about this. It's because of his ego masturbation, right? We spoke about ego masturbation. We'll talk about ego masturbation later. We're going to talk about this. Fuck, you told me not to say masturbation before the show because when I do, then YouTube does it. But it doesn't matter. We can upload the show. We can upload the show onto YouPorn as well. It doesn't matter. It's not only YouTube. It's YouPorn. Anyway, back to the serious programming. The reason why Trump likes crypto people is because they're very passionate. They're going to give him a lot of money. They have given him a lot of money. The Winklevoss gave him $1 million. I think $1 million each. Jesse Powell gave him $1 million. We at Crypto Banter want to give him $1 million if he will come onto our show. So we want to make a campaign donation. If Trump will come onto our show, we will pay $1 million to get him here because we want Trump to come and talk to us about crypto. So if anybody knows how we can get Trump, I'm willing to say it right here, right now. I'm willing to pay $1 million to his campaign. Obviously not to him, to the campaign. If Trump comes onto the show. So if you know Trump, then please just send him a text or something and just tell him that we need him on the show. I'm not kidding. I will pay $1 million to his campaign. You can tell him $1 million if he comes onto Crypto Banter. I will fly to his house. I'll fly to Mar-a-Lago. I'll sit with him and we can interview him and we'll be the biggest and only crypto channel in the world to actually do that. Anyway, let's carry on. So we get a melt up in the stock markets. He is favorable to crypto. Then we get the ultimate fucking catch-up trade. Shoof, whoosh. Crypto flies up to try and catch up to the stock markets, and then we've got ourselves a melt up at the end of the year. So what I'm saying is keep your eyes on the prize. Don't get shaken out by boredom. What we're going through now is boredom. It's not capitulate. It's not pain. It's death by boredom. We're just getting bored, and as a result of being bored, we're just used to getting a lot of dopamine and stuff like that. All right, let's move on to altcoins because I said we've got to have a discussion. Just now, what I want you to do, change the background TV to say, don't buy altcoins. Can you do that? Okay, watch this, guys. Josh is going to do it for us. It's going to be quite an amazing turn of events. Okay. I put him on the spot here. There we go. Okay, now we're going to talk about why we shouldn't buy altcoins. We should do that actually more often, when I talk about something. So anyway, now let's talk about why we're not going to be buying altcoins. A lot of people believe that the altcoin run is completely over. He says Bitcoin has gone sideways for months. Altcoins have bled to death and sentiments on its ass don't recall a sideways shakeout being as effective as it has been lately. People truly believe that it's over. And I must say, I agree. People truly believe that it's over. But we did see some signs the other day. When Bitcoin dropped, altcoins didn't drop and there was relative strength. There will be an altcoin run because there's an altcoin run every single time. And I think the one thing that we can say is we're lucky that we have been in the altcoins that we have been in, because the ones that we have been in have been like the best altcoins. Like Arweave, Telegram. We haven't been in BNB. We should have been, but we haven't been. You can't catch them all. EOS. So ENS, we called ENS. Casper, Pendle, one of my top 10. Render, OM, one of our sponsors. Near. So these were actually the 10 best performers, and they were all on our list. This was all on our list, right? Now, what you can see is that there are, as I said, I would avoid altcoins, but when I would buy altcoins is when I think that there's something that's happened that is like out of the ordinary. And I'm going to show you like a few things that have been out of the ordinary. Number one that I would look at is one of our top 10 conviction coins, which is Pendle. Look at what happened to Pendle. Pendle had a dump. I mean, this is like such a bad dump. It's worse than like a night where you've been eating Mexican and drinking tequila, okay? They're down 21% in the last day. So you've got to understand, Pendle is one of the best tokens out there. Why is Pendle down so much? Tell you why. The TVL's dropped. You see the TVL? The TVL on Pendle took a massive, massive, massive hit. The problem is people don't understand why the TVL of Pendle went down. The total value locked of Pendle went down. So let's understand what Pendle is. Pendle is a protocol that allows you to separate the yield from the principal of an asset, right? So if you have, example, a bank account and you put $100 in the bank account and you're going to earn $5 worth of yield, it separates the yield, the $5, from the principal. It's a very, very, very big part of real world asset markets, and actually any financial markets, is to be able to play with the interest. Now, the reason why Pendle's TVL dropped is not because it was hacked, not because anything's broken with the protocol. The reason why Pendle's TVL dropped is because the pools matured on the 27th of June. So in other words, like think about it like an investment, and the investment matures. Like imagine Pendle invested a whole lot of assets, and the pools matured on the 27th of June. So what happened? Well, they stopped. It's like the investment matured. And then you had to pay out the TVL. And what's going to happen next is new opportunities are going to start arising. But I think the markets read this incorrectly, right? I think the market completely says, so this tweet actually summarizes it very, very well. Listen to what it says. It says, Pendle saw a 42% decrease in its TVL, dropping from 6 billion to 3 billion. The decrease is attributed to certain liquid restaking market pools maturing on the 27th. Many people chose to exit this farming points game as they're bearish on up-and-coming airdrops. When there's less demand on YouTube or on yield or the implied yield drops minus 6%. That's why Pendle dropped. We buy this because we know this is not a fundamentally bad thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little circle here on this chart, and I'm going to say, like I said the other day around Solana, FUD. Remember I said that on the FUD. Okay. We put it there. Now we know. Maybe I was wrong. I'm not a fortune teller. Maybe I was wrong. The next one that I would be looking at. There's nothing wrong with Pendle. Pendle's an amazing protocol. It's going to be one of the best out there. And this is a good buying opportunity. The next one that also had a big shit today was this Thua. Why? Thua got hacked. Not actually the blockchain got hacked. The validators got hacked. And one wallet got hacked for $8 million. And so what's happened now is that Thua, which is an AI infrastructure play, has now stopped the blockchain. So the blocks continue to produce, but no transactions are permitted. Okay, let me ask you a question. You've been here for a long time. How many times did Solana go down? How many other DeFi protocols have been hacked and survived? Do you think this is going to be the end of Thua? No, it's just, it happens. We're in a new market. The market is maturing. As markets mature, protocols make mistakes, they break, etc., etc. We fix them, we put the upgrade patch, and it's business as usual. You think this is going to end Thua? I don't think it's going to end Thua. In which case, what do? We buy the dip. So, again, Ran is coming back here, and he's circling on this chart over here. FUD. Okay, amazing. Cool. So I wouldn't be buying a lot of altcoins, but actually, yeah, if you know, I would be buying altcoins. I just don't have any more money, to be honest. I'm completely out of dry powder. I used the last of my dry powder. And I want to show you this. I used the last of my dry powder to buy this. See? I bought Baked. I bought $63,000. It's $70,000. I guess that means the Baked price has slightly come down. A little bit from when I bought it. I bought like 27 cents. I want to talk a little bit about Baked. Then I want to talk a little bit about a conversation I had with Jason 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗦 last night. While he was in Dubai, him and I had a conversation. I saw this. I saw that Pump.Fun flips Ethereum in daily revenue. So if you think that memes are dead, okay? Like if you think memes are dead, just look over here. Just look over here. I want to also talk about Baked for a second. So I wrote a tweet today about Baked. I had a real like what I saw yesterday was amazing. What I saw yesterday with Baked was absolutely amazing. I really actually want to talk about it. We spoke about Baked yesterday. Told you I was completely broken after the Baked launched, personally. But then, like, and you know, the worst thing for me is like you launch a project, you think it's going to be your baby, you think it's going to be absolutely fucking amazing, and then what happens is everyone wrote it off, everyone called it a scam, everyone hated on the token, everyone said it was going to get sniped. Everyone dumped the token. I'm going to be honest. At that point, even I thought that the Baked token would never come back. And I kind of thought like, okay, maybe we got one good one and we failed with our second one. Also, truth is, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that Baked would ever be bigger than GUMMY, because Baked was always GUMMY's younger brother. He was always like the sidekick to GUMMY. He was never the main actor. He was always the sidekick. Then, what I saw was absolutely unbelievable. Because whilst we were strategizing about what we can do to try and make good here, and we were trying to write letters to the sniper and etc., something amazing happened on the charts. The community basically took matters into their own hands from this point over here, and they started to buy this token. And the irony is that the community started to buy this token when the airdrop was being distributed. So like we thought the people were going to dump this token, and the community just started to buy this token. These bunch of absolute maniacs just started to like raid and buy these tokens. And so the token started rallying. And to be honest, we hadn't even deployed the market maker yet. And the reason why we didn't deploy the market maker is I said to you, I wanted everybody to get out. I wanted all the weak hands out before we were going to deploy a market maker. And now, even with the market down, the Baked price is actually holding very strong. And so I said, look, I'm seeing an incredible narrative emerge. And the narrative is the same as the Slurf narrative. Crypto loves a comeback. Crypto loves an underdog story. Crypto loves a community story. And I'm seeing the same thing that happened with Slurf happen with Baked, where the community have just taken matters into their own hands. As I said here, it's much bigger than me. It's much bigger than Banter. It's in the hands of like this bunch of DJs. There's a Telegram group with over like 7,000 or 8,000 people in it. And these guys are like the craziest DJs I've ever seen. And they've basically taken over the whole meme here. Like it's bigger than me. It's bigger than Banter. It's bigger than anything I've seen. So a couple of things. Number one, I think the best thing to do with this is to just get out the way and let these DJs do their thing. Unlike GUMMY, we're not going to add utility to Baked. Why? Because GUMMY will be the utility token, and we're still going to launch GUMMY games and everything else that we promised. But what we realized is that memes are memes, and the minute that you launch a utility on a meme coin, then it becomes a utility coin. Baked is going to be the real ultimate meme coin. We're also going to cancel all the airdrops except the ones that we've promised you. And so there's another 10% of the tokens earmarked for airdrop. We're burning them all except the airdrop for, hold on, let me quickly get it for you. For Blowfin. So look, we made a deal with Blowfin. We can't get out of this deal with Blowfin. The only way for you to get any kind of Baked tokens is to sign up to Blowfin. That's it. And the rest of the tokens I'm going to burn live on the show. And I'm going to destroy the supply of Baked so that there's going to be no more selling. Because the one thing we learned with GUMMY, and the only way to do it is you got to deposit money and make a trade on Blowfund using this link, and then you'll get your baked token. But the rest of the tokens I'm going to burn. Because what we learned with GUMMY is that if you give people free tokens, they'll just sell them. They're just going to sell them. So we said, we won't do any new airdrops because we learned that people dump free money. I'll burn the tokens reserved for future airdrops live on the show, except the commitments we made to Blowfund and other exchanges. We will then get out the way and let the community control the narrative, because this specific community is bigger than us and has taken matters into their own hands. We'll be there if they need us, but for now I'm going to buy a big bag, which I did, and I'm going to get out of the way, and we're going to let this thing play out. And I have a feeling that we might get another slurf on our hands. Maybe. I'm hoping. That's up to you guys. You guys are amazing. Okay, now, a couple of other things when it comes to memes. People are asking about the Banter Bubbles Gummy airdrop. It's supposed to happen by the end of this week. Here's the problem. 600,000 of you farmed the Gummy airdrop. Gummy's price has gone down. I don't have to tell you. You know this. People unstake their Gummy and dump their Gummy. I'm trying to work out a way to make it better. I don't know how, but give me a few days, because if we do the airdrop as it currently is, you guys are going to hate us. And why are you going to hate us? Because 600,000 of you are going for the airdrop that we had put aside, and you're not going to get a big enough airdrop, and you're going to be upset. So just give me a chance to try and work out how to make it better for you guys, and give us a couple of days to work it out. Otherwise, if you want, I can airdrop it, but then some of you are going to get $2 and $3 of an airdrop, and you're going to be very, very, very upset. So that's the next thing. Okay, that's... I want to talk to you a little bit more about meme coins. Don't know if you watch this, but the 𝗥𝗢𝗙𝗧, this is the 𝗥𝗢𝗙𝗢𝗙 girl. Okay, now, ladies, just like, give us just 1 second for guys to do their thing. I reckon she's one of the sexiest girls I've ever seen in my life. Ladies, I'm sorry, but like, you just have to go through this. Someone says, are you Sheldon's Blowfund link? Do I qualify? You do. Okay, so listen. She's one of the, have you seen the 𝗥𝗢𝗙𝗢𝗙 girl? Just come around, come around. Let me show you. We've got a cameraman in the office, bro. Not only is she extremely sexy, okay? How does she sexy, eh? She's hot, but also she's got this thing about her. Like just listen.
I love you, but 𝗥𝗢𝗢𝗡.
You see, she's got that like.
Okay, all right, Antonio.
So just listen to how cool like she speaks.
Message you? Is it scary? Are you
Yes.
like, what the fuck did I do?
So the guy that does my hats, he got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it. That is revolting.
Okay, so now listen. Why am I so excited about this 𝗥𝗢𝗙𝗢𝗙 girl? Other than the fact that she's fucking gorgeous, okay? This is a real meme. And they're starting a real meme. The real meme is how girls look at guys. Either it's a no-go, or it's a 𝗥, or it's a 𝗥𝗢𝗙. So listen.
A game that I want to play with you guys.
See how they're playing this game? Where they're playing the game where it's either no or 𝗥 or 𝗥𝗢𝗙.
Maybe just to, I don't know.
Okay, Dave Portnoy.
Know who that is?
Yes, you don't know who he is?
I do. You do.
No, I'm so glad you don't know who he is. This is funny.
Oh, he's going to hate you.
If I knew what he looked like, maybe.
I'm going to say 𝗥 just so
What does he
don't
look
roast
like?
me.
Do you want me to show
You
you a
see, so
picture?
it's either 𝗥 or 𝗥𝗢𝗙. So I reckon that these guys actually may be starting a real meme, not like a crypto meme, like a real meme. So you keep your eyes open for the meme, the crypto meme that talks to this meme. And I reckon there's a good meme that's coming up here. So like that's also on our meme radar. Lastly. Celebrity coins. A lot of people are against celebrity coins. I'm not really against them as much as everybody else if the celebrities do it right. So I think that if we want millions of users into blockchain, we need to get celebrities to bring their hundreds and tens of millions of users to use the blockchain. Now, on one condition. The condition is that they do it right. They do it with transparency. They don't snipe their wallets. They actually add some kind of value to their token. Had a chat last night to Jason Derulo. Again, just trying to help him a little bit. He's a very nice guy. Really, really, really cool guy. Doing a bit more research. I'm doing a bit more research about him. But he does seem like he's got good intentions from all the discussions that I've had with him. I'm not saying touch the Jason token, or I'm not saying touch the Jason token yet. I am saying that we want celebrities in crypto. And my take is that this guy, just move the comment out there for a sec so you can see me sitting in the corner there, because the people will think I'm cheating, that I didn't actually speak to him. He was in Dubai. Anyway, I have a feeling that he has the right intentions. Now, I'm not sure that it's in the current token, but I can tell you that he does have the right intentions. And we are talking to him about, we're not going to launch any tokens there, we're not involved, but we are talking to him about things that he can do. Give you like an example of something we can do. I'll give you an example of something that we can do. We can do, where should Jason perform on New Year's Eve? And you basically stake the Jason 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗦 token to decide. And if Miami stakes more tokens in New York, then he'll perform in Miami versus New York. And then people will lock up a lot of tokens. Now, I'm using him as a celebrity. You can do it with any celebrity. I don't think we should be against celeb tokens, but I am against celeb rug pools and D-grade celebrities coming in here and taking our money. And we'll talk about that. All right, I see in the comments, he says, bro, just drop the Banter Bubbles airdrop. You know what I'll do? I'll do a poll on Twitter. I'll do the poll on Twitter. Someone says, give us Baked as well. No, we're not dropping airdrops on Baked. We're not doing it because it killed. Unfortunately, when you guys got free money, you dumped it. And that's what happened to GUMMY. We gave you guys too much free money and you guys dumped it. Let's talk 𝗕𝗤𝗙 and Trump. 𝗕𝗤𝗙 is amazing. We're still behind them. I mean, they still make amazing content every single day. Jason is here to take money. Maybe he is. As I say, I had a chat to him. As I say, I don't know enough yet. That's the problem. Someone says, reminds me of a dude from Goodfellas who says things twice. Yeah, I do say things twice. All right, guys, let me know how the show was. Was it a thumbs down? Was it a 𝗥? Or was it a 𝗥𝗢𝗙? Let me know how the show is. Come on, let me see. I want to see in the chat. Was it a thumbs down, a 𝗥, or a 𝗥𝗢𝗙? How long are the comments yet delayed? About 15 seconds. So thumbs down, 𝗥, or 𝗥𝗢𝗙, guys. And these comments are very far behind. 𝗥𝗢𝗙. A lot of people are saying 𝗥𝗢𝗙, 𝗥𝗢𝗙. 𝗥𝗢𝗙. All right, guys, I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm bringing you another 𝗥𝗢𝗙 show. See you again tomorrow. Until then, trade well, my friends.